The app event, let's talk about a recap for a second. I'm kind of impressed, but kind of not impressed at the same time. Glad to have you with us, by the way. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It would help the channel so much, and I really appreciate your support. Now, it's been a week, close to a week, almost a week or so. I could be wrong, but it's not too far back that we had the Apple event. And basically, they showcased the new iPads with the new variants, and they also showed the new Apple Pencil and new softwares that are coming to the Apple Store, and so forth, so forth. Now, while I was a little impressed, but at the same time, when you get time to actually look through and compare against the different generations of iPads, some of the stuff doesn't make any sense. For example, the iPad Air, right, which is pretty much the middle ground between the iPad Pro and the iPad, right? So if you want the best of both worlds to save money, now is really getting the iPad Pro. Now that the iPad Air, the iPad Air also carries the M2 chip now. So it's a good price in between. So if you have an old Pro like I have, the 2018 second gen iPad Pro, and you're looking for an upgrade, unless it's very specific that you need another Pro, the iPad Air is the way to go. Because not only that, it's compatible with the new Apple Pro Pencil that got released. Now, to me, it makes no big difference to me. I'm still going to keep my second gen Apple Pencil. It's compatible. I'm not going to shell out extra $30 or $40 for something that has haptic feedback and all that stuff. But if you like it like that, that's up to you. But again, it seems like to me that the problem with this Apple thing is that they increased the hardware, which is great. Apple hardware, the M series chips are amazing. However, the software is really behind. That's the problem with Apple right now. You see, their iOS or iPad OS needs a real big refresh to take advantage of the hardware. That's the problem. So that's why I say until iPad OS catches up, because it literally, the chip could run Mac OS if it really wanted to, or they could get rid of iPad OS or whatever and just make it like Mac OS, make it the same, because it's capable of running it. But either way, let's go ahead and switch screens for a second. And you can see right here that these are the different iPads. Now I am going to upgrade my iPad Pro second gen, but you know what? I was going to go with the Pro, but it makes no sense to me. I'm going to go with the iPad Air. Why? Because if you look at comparison-wise, right? Here's the comparison right here. They offer a new 13-inch variant now with this generation now, right? And if you look at the stats, I don't really care about Ultra Retina XDR. If you care about it, then get the Pro. Liquid Retina display is just fine by me. P3 wide color, true tone, anti-reflective coloring, and then you got nano textured glass option on 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte version. Like I said, if you're specific about the cosmetic and you just gotta have the most vibrant color and display around, then go with that. But if you look at the stats right here, and this is my iPad where I have the A12Z, right? The M2 will be a big upgrade for me. I don't need an M4 right now because, like I said, the iPad OS, it's not going to take full advantage of the M4. So what's the point? 12 megapixel same camera, right? Except for the Pro also has a little difference on the Pro, but not too big of a difference. They offer the landscape ultra wide front camera now, so now the camera is going to be on the landscape mode instead on the top. And you still got center stage. You still got your USB-C. This will support Thunderbolt and USB 4. That's fine. What I like about this is Touch ID. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm a little old school where I grew up with. I like something to touch, like the button. When that got away, that took me a while to adjust. But the fact is they're keeping Touch ID in the top button, just like the iPad Mini. By the way, they didn't update the iPad Mini, by the way. They did not, which is unfortunate. Come on, they could have slapped the M1 in there or something, or M2. But they didn't. You got landscape stereo speakers with 2 microphones. This one has a better sound system. So like I said, if you're about sound and all that stuff, I mean, go with the iPad Pro. But the thing is that if you have if you got the AirPod Pro Max and stuff like that, all that stuff is coming through those headphones anyway, so it's not gonna make a difference to me. Then you got Wi-Fi 6E, the same technology, 5G capable. It supports the Apple Pen Pro, and supports the new Magic Keyboard, right? So you see all these things. The only difference is that they start smaller. Where 128 gigabytes, and the Pro starts with 256, which they always have been anyway, kind of. Well, they have with the later generation, the last two generations. But to me, if you see right here, to me, this is a non-brainer. See, with the Wi-Fi only version, with the 13-inch, it's starting at $12.99, right? While the 13-inch for the AirPod Air, which you get similar stats and feature art, it starts at $7.99. And then if you have your old iPad like I have, you could get a trade-in credit, and that could get deducted. I think they're offering up to $486 depending what generation iPad and the condition is. So you're already getting an iPad Air pretty cheap without really breaking the brain, and you get the best of both worlds. You get a big increment upgrade with the M2 chip, and you don't have and get all the bells and whistles that is capable just like the M4. It makes no difference to me. To me, like I said, the iPad Air 13 is the way to go for me. That's just my opinion, but I just want to let y'all know. And of course, you got the new Pro, the Pro Cut, Pro Logic Cut. Those software is being upgraded. Now you can use your, if it's starting, in which I'm going to be using my setup anyway. I'm going to, because the cameras, I'm starting using a bunch of iPhones, right? I'm actually, if you listen to my shorts, all that's shot in iPhone and edited. So now the Apple, that's one thing I could take from the event, is that the new software for Pro Logic Cut and all that stuff is being upgraded. Now there's going to be a companion app where you can shoot simultaneously, which is amazing. That's what I think was the true star. But the fact is, if you look at these stats, I mean, there's no really big difference. And if you're a fan of Touch ID, definitely go with the iPad Air. I am. Don't get me wrong, Face ID is okay, but it gets a little annoying. You gotta have the camera in a certain angle and stuff like that, and it gets annoying. Why do that when you can just use your finger? I'm just saying. But there you go. That's just a quick recap. I did, let me know in the comment if I should have said more information or stuff like that. But I wanted to get a quick recap. It's just an incremental upgrade of the iPads, new pencil, new software coming to the App Store near you, and that's pretty much generally it. If you're looking to go get a new iPad, if you're stuck on the second gen like I am, you're looking for upgrade, the Air is the way to go. If you want to go from 11-inch to the bigger 13-inch, go for it. It's the way to go. Price-wise, and like I said, you get a trading credit if it's in good condition. It's a no-brainer to me. I don't understand why I would drop all so much money on the latest gen chip, which the iPad OS is still lacking of. I wouldn't do it. See, you can upgrade all the hardware you want, but the software is not up to date. That's used to interact the hardware, because the M series chip, since it's dropped, since the first M1 chip, iPad OS could have went through a revolution. It could have do things just as a regular Mac could do, or a desktop. It's capable of it. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments and below. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Is the Apple event? Was the Apple event really good? Does it make sense to upgrade to the M4 chipset, or does it make sense to just go with the M2 or below? And right now, if you notice, ever since the latest gen is great, the prices have dropped from the other gen. Really, you can get away with an M1 if you want to. But for the price they offer for M2, that's a good in between the road for me. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not going to be cashing out M4. That's just ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. That's overpriced. Even with a trade-in, I mean, you can still do so much better. Like I said, until the iPad OS catches up, there's no sense of getting the latest, most powerful hardware which you can't utilize. It makes no sense to me.